How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Swords and Souls Neverseen. I decided I should open up in this title screen here so you can see exactly what level I am and how many hours it took to get there. It's been a slow going process, but we're in the home stretch. We only have the 2 chapters left to go, so like things should be wrapped up soonish. I've totally claimed the museum thing right now, and so I want to go out and do the early game fights, see how well we manage in the new area. But I also want to get a stronger sense of how quickly fighting generates money in the museum, because I'm pretty sure that's what is causing it to fill out the most quickly. Training probably passes time as well, but I think the battles are the most, so it almost makes the most sense to do a cycle of go out, do battles, go to the museum, collect that, invest it in training, train a bunch, go out and battle again. Because the more you can invest in yourself like that, invest in the training grounds with the money you earn battling, then the more you're going to start seeing the benefits coming back around for you. And I feel like it's just a solid way to quickly advance and make a lot out of it. Get the most out of it is more or less what I'm trying to say. That was probably overkill. Probably didn't need to use all my bows and arrows and everything on one little battle like that, but I decided that it would be funny, I guess, was my main motivator. that was what made me decide to go for it that way. Gear up my big thing immediately. That looks like an extra big mosquito. These guys all around might be like an extra big gang of tough creatures. I went for the heal. Damn it, I gotta remember how to do the turtle counter. I feel like it might not be immediately easy to get back into the swing of. I guess I gotta go back and go do heaps of agility training. My absolute favorite thing to do. Then I'll be set for sure. I should probably just finish off Mosquito because he's about to wake up. I guess I'll finish off Turgan as well while I'm at it. I'm saying it like these are their names. It's not really the intention there. Wow. I just now became fully aware of the insane amount of health that this thing has. But I got basically all my blocks, all my dodges. I can heal myself as well. It's just kinda, yeah, keep chaining together things like that. Throw your little extra attacks, get a couple super crits in and everything like that. This will be relatively painless. I say relatively painless because he keeps chucking out heals every other turn and things like that. So it still gets slowed way down. It's slow enough going that I'm these moves are recharging so super frequently. It's kind of ridiculous. And something that I chained together, I just queued up a bunch of skills. Oh no, I was doing finger things, and luckily it still did enough damage without capitalizing properly on the critical that I was still able to take him down. That was the Swamp Squad. Now we got the Wart Thugs Mudwalkers. Real dank area we're working around right now. Just thick and slewy and kind of gross, actually. Aw, Zuby, I believed in you. Oh, he was going unavoidable. Well, screw you too, then. These guys have just enough health. I usually can't quite there. Oh, the archer's ring doing its thing. I don't even remember what it does. It's something like it doesn't cost an arrow to shoot, maybe? I can't remember if that's the specific ring I attached. But these guys have just enough health that I can't kill them in 2 simple little sweeps, so it keeps doing multi-cycles. Oh man, I'm just fighting one at a time. Repeatedly. I'm going through a ton of them here. But maybe they're the same size. They look like they're slightly bigger. One is slightly bigger. Oh, big unavoidable. Luckily they do it real slowly. And there's so much time to think very precisely about what is about to happen. Oh, they're ganging up on Zuby. Very resilient, Zuby. I didn't expect you to be able to live a very big, straight-on attack like that. Yeah, there it was. There was the big finishing blow that he was building up towards. I'll avenge you, Zuby. Don't you worry. It does kind of suck, because now that means I do have to do this next stretch of battling solo. I don't have him there to do buffs or absorb damage or anything like that for me. Nice! I got big, huge, meteoring critical hits on both of them there. That was nice damage dealt. Oh, all of the bow and arrows. Maybe a few of them come out as crits. Oh, just one. Just one crit. I don't know, I don't remember the percent chance for that offhand. It's pretty damn high. It's not that unreasonable to request repeated critical hits, is it? Okay, there we go. Oh no! I like misclicked or something. Holy shit, he just did 3 in a row. I guess it didn't matter that I misclicked because he just was never gonna stop. Unstoppable. Some sort of new piece of armor? The Archie Sorcerer. His hands. Oh, I read Sorcerer. I thought it was gonna be some sort of shoulder pads or something. It's not strictly mandatory for Archie Sorcerers to wander around in spiky dark robes, but it does help getting in the mood for rituals. It looks a little bit like it belongs to the dragon set. It's obviously a bit different, and it must be beyond bandit or pirate or whatever this was, the buccaneer thing. Now all of a sudden we're going on to these guys. Yeah, it's noticeably different. This is more, it's got more of that bone color, more like decorative almost, whereas this is just like big hardcore spikes. The red stings. Are we gonna have a bunch of like mosquito variants, or it'll be a mosquito and something? A mastingo. I legit all of a sudden don't remember what the mosquitoes normally are called. I think they're normally called mosquito. It's just normally spelt kind of silly. But now we're mixing it up. We're getting variants. How lazy, right? I'm just kidding. I don't actually feel that way about it. If games like Diablo and every RPG that's ever existed, Diablo is just, I guess, what introduced me to the idea, can get away with introducing or rotating out color swap variants like that, then I'm sure we can forgive a small indie studio for doing a similar thing. Here's just a regular mosquito. I just realized the Mastingo, in my mind, it made me think of Masingo, like the Pokemon. But now I realize it's a sting. Mastingo. That's like the type of naming convention Pokemon would use, though. Is to, like, take two names that come from the same thing and mash them together. Or, like, draw from two different things. Oh, Charmander, Charmeleon. It's a fire-based, char-based salamander. And then a chameleon, you know. So when you go Mastingo, oh, it's a stinging Mastingo. It's a stinging mosquito. Now it's hard to say. Now I got too many names in my head at once. But it's kind of like on the nose, but that's kind of what makes it work, you know? You're like, ah, yes, of course, that makes total sense. It's kind of funny because it's almost repetitive, though. I realize that they're not like synonyms or anything like that, mosquito and sting. But it's kind of funny because you're like saying the same thing twice. It's an animal that stings. What does it do? It stings. Just in case it didn't resonate the first time through. Now it should be all crystal clear for you guys. I'm thinking I've made it as clear as possible. Zuby might actually live through this. Oh, I tried to dodge. I was a little late on it. But I did not have a lot of faith that Zuby would be able to just, like, stick it out in battle like this. Oh, now that I've hyped him up, I really hope he doesn't get attacked anymore. Oh, I can hope for the altruist healing, because I'm not going to die anyways, damn. Oh, he got poisoned or something. I'm poisoned too, I just realized. It's just that it doesn't do a ton of damage. Oh, he's gonna miss out. Oh, I dodged too soon. He's gonna miss out being a part of this by so little. It's so funny to knock that thing unconscious and then kill it. I guess it's humane or something right at the end there. Oh, I like when you collect enough money to go up to the next increment in currency early like this. I like haven't found a single emerald. I don't think I have. Maybe one or something, but I still get it. The Silent Scouts are tough, and the Heresy Hunters. I read Hershey. Thought we were going to have some fun chocolatiers to deal with. It's going to be less pleasant than that, I think. 5 waves to go through. Knight of the Order. Out of the way, peasant. We're here to burn the heretic sorcerers. What? Well, yes, technically, we also use sorcery, but but we don't make a big deal out of it in a holy way. Unfortunately, accusing us of heresy is heresy. So, burn this heretic. Oh, way to turn it back around on me, you self-serving bastard. I was trying to think of some way I could switch out knight. I guess I could just call him a knave. That would be a meaningful insult to people of this time. Wow. That was very sudden death. He must have been, like, poisoned or something. I didn't realize it had happened, even. Dodge. Ah! Alright. Counter. Yeah. As long as I got one, I can feel a little bit better about it. Oh, I probably shouldn't have used that. I wish I could kind of abort it, because it just is a little bit overkill. Like, I'm about to saw through these guys like nothing. The High Priest of the Order. Oh, we're getting the High Priest himself. They're calling in the big guns. The big old guns. I must have, like, gotten that by frames. Because I definitely dodged way too early. Wow, they were really banking on the High Priest getting the job done here. Now they're going into the reserves. Oh, yeah? Well, guess what's higher than the High Priest? This regular priest. He was secretly the main one all along. We just didn't want to admit it right away. We got another High Priest. They saved the big High Priest for the end. We were just dealing with their little guy. He's the High Priest in training. The second in command. A big up-and-comer in the order here. Oh, we fired that off quickly enough for me to kind of not pay attention and him get a pretty easy shot off on me. Oh, I just realized he was targeting Zuby. Ooh, sucker. Before I do another fight, I should run to the tavern and do a quick recruit. Just flesh out the numbers a little bit. Oh, he was so close to being done. Oh, he's like marked a target or something. He's got something going on there. Oh, blocking was the wrong way to go. Luckily, we took him out before he got to show off whatever big move he had planning. I feel like he was gonna really stick it to us. Wow, okay. I'm glad all the fire is suddenly concentrated on this one dude, because his heals are insane. Me one-manning it, going like, just me against this guy. I gotta saw as much of his health away as I can, because he recovers so much. Each critical... Oh, Lucky Dodger. Lucky Dodger might be like, you botched that one, but we're giving it to you anyways. I gotta hope I get a lot of criticals, because even then, again, mistake there. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about with lots of criticals. That's what I want. Because it's the only damn way I'm actually going to chip away at this freaking guy's health. Oh, getting a stun in there will go a long ways as well. But he heals over 2 million health every time. Dude's got like 8 million. It's kind of ridiculous and hard to deal with. So if I just chip away at it here, well, he's unable to do anything about it. Yeah, good work. The poison is pretty strong, actually. It's hard to notice because it's just kind of quietly doing its thing mid-battle. It just happens to be happening. So it's hard to immediately pay attention to it. But then all of a sudden you realize when someone's low health like that, you're like, oh shit, it's doing like 100,000 at a time. Probably a bit less than that, but like, still pretty significant. So was that 3 or 4 battles? Oh, and he's got a big old sack for me. I should immediately invest back into this, because then while I'm out doing battles, he'll be able to bring in so much more. I should go do some fishing again, actually, to improve the museum income. Because right now, that extra 15%, it's the difference of a fair amount, but nothing too crazy. What I really need to be worrying more about is improving the actual income. So I might take a breather and go do some fishing. But while I have it in mind, while I remember about it, I'm going to pick up Jin. Jin's going to come along with me. Hey, yes, I'm up for a fight. Let's go. I kind of forgot he has that bit of a stutter. I was just like, up. No, it was more of like, he's like stuttering through it a bit. I can invest in this a little bit because I'm pretty sure it improves experience. So I'll gain more experience while I'm out there. Wow, I'm really not going to be able to do much though. There's not a whole lot left to be done on the house. I guess I can finally start investing in windows. Wow, that took a big jump up, didn't it? I wasn't... No, maybe it was just like 0.1 each. Might not have been anything too crazy. I think I've got it to a point where the only things left to add are a bunch of windows, which for whatever reason I find funny. Oh, sick. I can already afford to buy the Archie Sorcerer melee and ranged weapons. I almost forgot to go check up on that because super worthwhile to invest there as well. That's like probably the most important thing I did in town just now. So I want to kind of look through what they all are. The Ritual Blade, the Cultic Axe, it's an axe of a cult, the Archie Spear. When I see Archie, maybe it's supposed to be Arca Spear, because otherwise it makes me think of Archie comics. The Occult Claws instead of the daggers, that's so cool. The claws are badass. The Great Sword of Sacrifice, oh, it looks like a little sacrificial, like, Chris dagger, but it's a giant ass one. And Elaine's Catalyst. Elaine will probably fight that character at some point. Whoops. And then we got the Mystic Longbow. I really like the look of the twin pulley one. This one's pretty cool too. Yeah, it's alright. The twin pulley one is super cool. Tossing the fishbone has been super silly. Now we have the Mystic Knife. Ooh, he holds it from the blade. Is that something he always does? Totally. That might actually be a real thing that people do with dagger tossing or like knife throwing. Either one. Now I spend all this time investing in my gear. And what am I going to go do? Fishing. Oh, shit. But now I need to remember more or less what to do. I feel like it's basically just one button. Right? It just turns red or doesn't. Yeah, it's simple enough. I very recently just played River Legends, a fly fishing adventure on the channel, and that's like entirely a fishing game. Ah, damn it. And so my brain is a little bit wanting to work more closely with the mechanics that fishing game had. Well, I keep getting the cash for these guys. I kind of want to... Whoops, I didn't mean to cast a line. I want to go look back at the museum and see which fish it is that I'm actively trying to catch right now. So I have all of those. I could use one more big carp, two more blazing fish, and then I literally have not caught anything else. I kind of wish the game had a few different fishing rods, because only having the one rod and then just having the different ponds to go to, it's like harder to feel the progress, I guess. So much else about the game is about training and leveling up and improving that you could almost have experience in this. Like that you could gain experience from fishing and that improves the chance of catching fish, and then you can invest in better rods and things like that. I think it would just be like a simple little funny additional thing when everything else about the game is all about training and improving and advancing your character and what have you, and improving those stats and everything. It would be funny to have like one, possibly two, I can't think of what the second one would be, but another stat or two that you're just kind of upgrading on the side just for like the fun of it. Wow, that one didn't put up a fight at all. Why was that one so insanely easy to catch? That's awesome. Now I have all the blaze fish. I guess when you get money for it, that's how you know that you've already maxed it out in the aquarium, because otherwise it sends it straight to the aquarium and you get no money. I also need one more of these big golden carp, so I'll try and catch that while I'm out here. Maybe I'll get lucky and find the fish that I've just like literally never seen. Oh crap, there it is. The Stubborngin. Stubborngin. Jeez, that's a word that I just cannot say. I was not expecting it to be so massive. Nice, and there's the last golden carp. So I got that maxed up. I'll see if I can find a few more Stubborngins while I'm out here. Well, this one's all tapped out. I haven't had any luck in a little while. Things either get away or it's just like a bunch of the fish that I don't want. I have two fishing holes that I haven't been to. I might have stopped over here really quickly just to see if there was like a lost child in it. I have not seen any of the fish in that pond, so that's something I can keep an eye on. And again, I just want to take a quick peek for a lost child. With all the twisting branches and leaves and everything, it seems like there's so much hiding potential. Yet I'm not seeing one. I'll go to the quiet cove since I don't have any of these fish. Can start expanding that collection quite significantly, quite quickly. We have a blue blur, which is just a fun name to say. I realize that the stubborn thing is meant to be like a sturgeon. It's like a stubborn sturgeon from a little while ago. It's just the way that they tried to portmanteau those two words did not work. My brain was unable to combine and read what I was seeing. It sounds like there's potential for a saying in something like, he's gone fishing in the desert. You know? It just makes it sound like, he's got a hopeless cause or something like that. But here I am. Found a little oasis. Happens to have a little fish in it to catch. But it just seems like it wouldn't be a thing, you know? Oh, he's gonna wrestle me out of the screen there. If that's not already a saying, it should be. But I wouldn't be overly surprised to learn that already exists. And another new fish, the lemon fish. I like the lemon fish. He's got goofy little lips, nice bright color. What did I just click on a lost child or something? Oh, no. I just heard the trophy effect that it makes for a lost child. But I think it was, like, more to do with that I hadn't had one of these fishes before. It was like when that popped up or something. New fish discovered. Wow, my success rate has gone insanely up since I employed a slightly new strategy. Normally, I'm keeping a close eye on the fishing rod, and when it, like, turns red, then I ease off, and I kind of, like, spam click a little bit to kind of stutter it at whatever that position is or was. Now I'm keeping an eye on, like, the bob and lure instead, and anytime the fish is fighting and it's splashing like that, then I simply, like, let go for, like, a full second and let it get away from me a little bit, and with that, I have the max amount of both of these two fish. But I just kind of let it get away from me, and I thought if I did that, then it would just run away completely with my lure, but it turns out that these fish won't actually go very far when they're fighting like that. Or see, now I bet you, now I probably have to do a bit of a combo of my strategies. That was probably, like, the fish I haven't found yet, and he puts up a bit more of a fight. With these two easy fish, they're so easy to catch if you just kind of just let them do their thing. I know it's a thing in fishing that you, like, let the fish tire itself out, but I kind of thought that I would have to fight it in order to make it tire itself out. It kind of seems like in this game, if you just let it do its half second of swimming, then it just gives up, like, really quickly and easily. I still was never able to get the one fish. The murky puddle, there's a couple swamp fish that I haven't caught or seen before either, so I'll try and catch a few of those, and then we'll go see how the museum's doing now that we've, like, added so much to it. Maybe the strategy only works for easier to catch fish. I don't know. But it keeps, like, all the stress out of the fishing pole, which, see, when it turns red is bad like that, I'm pretty sure you reel in more effectively without it. A catfish. It's literally a catfish. It's massive. Catfish are usually big, usually not like that. Oh, and some kind of lanternfish / piranha. Paragnac? I don't know what combination of terms that's meant to be. Can't sort out the Pokemon origins on that one. I think it's a percent thing for filling the aquarium as well. Like, you know, finding 3 out of 3 of the one fish and 2 out of 5 of the other and everything like that. It's just a total percent of fish running towards those tallies. It's not like some of these fish are worth more or make the museum more valuable than others. So it's worth it to try and to fill all the different types of fish at all, rather than, like, focusing specifically on one species. They all max out anyways, so there's only so far you can actually take that. And I already have you. We already maxed out. Oh, we maxed out the stubborn sturgeon without me even realizing it had happened. What are you worth now? Wow! It was worth 110 sapphires before. Filling up the aquarium a bunch was super worth it. And I invested a bunch of clovers, which dished out a ton of money. And so I'm immediately just going to invest that back, make it a 90% share. We'll go back out and do a couple battles, then we'll see where this leads us. You went back down to not tough, I guess because I got Jin on my side here, helping things along between the two of us. Wow, this guy, the swamp guys, look super cool. I like that a lot. Silent Guardian. Ooh, they're like creepy Sons of the Harpy-esque or something. Keeps to himself, keeps quiet. Got nothing to say. Too busy looking cool to say anything cool, you know? You let your outfit do all the speaking for ya. I'm curious if they can be poisoned. He's like clearly swamp based and everything, and in my mind that sort of draws like this connection of like, oh well, he should be immune to poison. He lives in it. This is like his bread and butter. He's all about this stuff. He should be really in his element right now, you know? Literally in his element in that he likes the swamps, but that the swamp is probably like, you know, if it were to be anything, it would be a poison element. So that, you know, they dish out poison. It's clearly a part of what they got going on out here. I guess not to the point that they've learned how to defend themselves from it fully. That was insane. Even though I had nothing to say during it, I gotta like leave that footage in. Because I'm pretty sure I just did 3 critical hit bow attacks, and now 3 critical hit. Okay, that was 3 critical hit bow attacks, 3 critical hit regular attacks, and then 1 more critical hit bow attack in a row. I'm pretty sure I just had 7 critical hit attacks in a row. I ruined that guy's day so effectively, so unequivocally, ruthlessly. I don't even know what adjectives to use, but I stomped him real good is what I'm trying to say. We're already going up to the next stage of hands, which is weird to suddenly leap forward like that. Chance for these guys to benefit from heal and shield more often seems like worth putting a little bit into. Sure, I can invest in my slightly lower than everything else defense. I leveled up like once at some point there. These strange moles. Most moles are strange. You ever seen those like star-nosed moles? They're the weirdest shit there is. A wolfie, which looks like the regular thing that we were fighting like since the beginning of the game, but then we got a dark mole. Shouldn't call him strange just because he's a little bit of a different color. There's some sort of speciesism going on there. You should just accept him for who he is. Who cares if he's into the occult and gothic arts? We should love him for who he is. Maybe he wouldn't be so dark and brooding if his family were only to show him a little bit of love and attention on a more regular basis. That's my mole rant. All moles matter. We should show them the respect that they have earned, he says, as he shoots one in the face with an arrow and blasts it with poison spells and, you know, does all those friendly things that a true supporter of the cause would do. The cause of loving moles. Okay, just a big lone mole here. I expect to have no issues with this whatsoever. Jin and Zuby are both still good. We're all like as near full health as we could possibly be. Everyone's got their own individual shield to go off of. This particular battle is about as easy as it could have come, I think. It's kind of, oh, poor dodge. It's kind of silly how it felt like there was a build up to it, and then it was just pretty regular. Pretty standard stuff. This guy didn't even have any crazy skills or anything. He just has the regular mole skills. That was so strange. What a weird battle to have all of a sudden. I guess I have left the swamp, though? I feel like Shrek venturing forward or something. How did it go? Did I use my spells at the right time? Well, I hope the sparks didn't dazzle you. I don't really know what I'm doing, do you? Oh, there totally is like a change going on here too. Everything else was a little bit more, not even. There's more going on here than I realized. It's just that the starting area was like plains. There's kind of some woods here and there. You're like totally in the woods in this area. You're kind of in the grass and then the beach. Here it's like, oh, I don't know what I just clicked on. Here you're going from the beach to like kind of this rocky plains area, or sorry, swamp to a rocky plains area to like a beach. Oh, but there's all these like glowing shards everywhere. From the sorcerers, I guess, which makes sense as we're getting closer to the sorcerer's tower here. And then we're going to start seeing other like maybe variants. That we're going to start seeing other like dark versions of creatures we were fighting at the beginning and things like that. I think that could be cool. And it's an interesting like story reason to start seeing things like Mastingos and Dark Moles, seeing like variants on things. Okay, Cass will be rested soon. Oh man, the resting days is longer than I want it to be. Okay, I'll bring Ritz. I'll bring Ritz along with me. Need my blade? I'm up. Let's kick some butts. Because for like the end stretch of this here, if I end up needing a hand, then they should be rested and ready to use again. But it's probably worth it to think about. You never know, though. You never know how many battles you are away from like the boss or whatever, the witch. And so I never know when to start recruiting them. I decided to do it earlier this time, and now all of a sudden they might not really be available for the big end battle there. So I gotta be careful. But I might be able to burn days by going and doing other like simple battles, like repeating battles and things like that. The Arca, I'll go with Arca. Ritualists, state your business, stranger. Oh, you're here to kill the witch? I see. Great. Maybe the witch isn't so much of a witch after all. Witch is like a misnomer. They're just a sorcerer like everyone else. Maybe they're a good person. And that'll be how this chapter ends, sending us at the real enemy. But man, I'm also just admiring how badass these characters look. There's all the armors in this game look cool. I keep saying that like, oh, this looks cool, this looks cool, this looks cool. The pirate looks dope, the dragonbone looks dope, the swamp guys look cool, the ritualist guys look cool. There's a lot of really awesome armor sets. It's really cool just seeing it progress and explore it and everything. I'm afraid your mighty quest stops here. Well, I wouldn't be so sure about that. Maybe if you start busting out critical hit bows left and right, I'll worry a little bit more about it. I got Raz on my side? Oh, I feel terrible. I clearly haven't been hanging out with her enough. I've suddenly forgotten her name. I feel very guilty about it. God, okay. Their attack is very fast. When they target you, they wind up back here and then just go for it. Okay, that's a different attack. So it didn't work the same. Jeez. I don't know what this does. Oh, you hurt yourself. Confusion. No. That's the worst. Okay, this might suddenly become a much more difficult battle. But when it shows that they've targeted you, then next thing, all of a sudden they just, oh, that was a waste a little bit. Critical hitting the character that was pretty well already dead. I'll see if I get targeted again here soon. I haven't really finished that thought yet. Okay, maybe these guys, now it's a different type of enemy. He might not do it at all, so remains to be seen. I'm curious. See, he has a little bit more of a wind up. That might have been an unavoidable. And there it goes. It's done anyways. One of you, the ritualist. The ritualist will try and do that sort of stuff again. They're the ones who have like the daggers and the quick attacks like that. Damn it. I tried to block, tried to counter. so damn fast. So little time to react. Oh, damn it. There was a lot of wind up to that. Dodging the crit, the confusion, I mean, because, God, you can really, really get messed up with that. Oh, I tried to do it again. And then I was all wigged out. Alright. Do you know what? Taking you out as quickly and effectively as I can. Nice. Okay, that went as well as it possibly could have. Getting a bash going on here, because otherwise I'm going to have to start worrying about actually using like a health potion or something here. The amount of damage that I've actually been taking. Yeah, I bust out a shield. Now I got a shield recharged. Should try to keep myself as safe as I can. Trying to keep as close of an eye on it. Damn it, confusion. You bitch. Oh wait, use a potion if you can. Oh, he got me. You still fight without me? Ritz, not Raz. Oh, but now you're toast. Because now you're going to hit yourself again. And he's going to hit you again. The poison was going... Oh, it was so insanely close. That sucks. I think that still counts as, like, a day of Ritz's time as well. I'm not 100% on that, but I think that's the case, is that, like, they're kind of out now. Or, I mean, they're a step closer to being out. They're not going to be out immediately, just like that, you know? But it's kind of a build-up now. Dodge those confusions, because they are awful. Oh yeah, I'm going in basically full health. This is much better overall. I'm going to try and take out one of the two characters capable of causing confusion as quickly as I can, because that's just devastating to the team as a whole. When they actually do a regular attack, though, it's not that strong. The confusion and everything is what I need to worry much more about. Undodgeable. Even when I straight up, like, uncounterable, I'm willing to accept. Undodgeable. That sucks. That's very difficult to deal with. It's not much to work around there, is there? Oh, I had literally had no dodge, and then I was not paying attention for the second one. God damn you. Just die. Just die. Quit confusing Ritz. She's having a tough time already, as is. She's confused on a daily basis. No one's really told her whether or not she's a member of the team or anything. Nice, altruist heal. She doesn't know whether or not she's, like, really belongs. I just kind of hit her up, like, once a week or whatever. Then she just kind of has to sit around and wait for the next call. I leave her dangling so much. It's a confusing time to be a mercenary. You don't know if you're a friend, whether or not you're just being included because your services are being, like, because you're paid to be there. You know, if I stopped paying you, would we still be friends, you know, that sort of thing? It's confusing. She doesn't need to be second-guessing herself all the more thanks to your ritualistic, sinister ways. How dare you do that to poor Ritz? My number one. I'm not going to add a qualifier of number one what? She's just my number one. Oh, a few more cool Archosulcerer things. Am I skipping a bunch of the swamp stuff? You and I fighting side by side feels almost normal now. Could be a freaking fable for kids with some bullcrap moral at the end. Picture this. The hero and the outlaw. Well, I wish she was here with us. I wish I hadn't. Oh, let's go. Wow, sad. But I also think that answers the question that when you lose a battle, it still counts as like a day of her time. I have the shoulder pads now, the cool gear, and some boots. I don't really feel like a pirate anymore. I think I'm going to ditch the pirate hat for a little bit. I've moved on from that. It was the only remaining piece of pirate gear I was wearing. So I still have it on. I'm just hiding it because I don't want to lose the armor or anything that goes along with it. This is all cruising along fairly well. I think I should probably take a step back and, like, train for a little while. Just max things out a little bit. Battles are clearly getting a little bit dicier. But this is the most, like, decisively I've ever, like, hammered through a chapter. It's been going pretty great for the last bit. Oh, a next tier of weapons. I'll think about it. Instead, I should probably focus on investing in my training grounds. I'm about to spend a bunch of time here. It probably makes the most sense to try and keep that all looking sharp. Keep myself motivated with the beauty of a bunch of sparkly banners. Banners all day, every day. A big gong to get real worked up about. And I still have enough to buy the Guardian weapons. Hero next. They're all like obsidian and everything. They look dope. Everything in this game looks so cool. Such fun, like cartoonish, but still like satisfyingly complex, and there's like a good scale of improvement happening visually. It reminds me a lot of like epic battle fantasy. Matt likes swords. He always does a good job with that. I almost might like the results a bit better in this game. The ancestral sword. Oh, things are starting to look like these swamp things look kind of ratty and kind of crappy, but the game claims they're good. The antic hammer. Is it a hammer that you do pranks with? It's not like antique. Rusty twins. That looks pretty cool, actually. The ancient daggers. I really like the claws. The ancestral Zanbato. And then the forgotten scepter. We still haven't fought a lane, and maybe that's like the witch. It remains to be seen. Do not know just yet. Oh, decreased bow cooldown. Always. That's probably the most battling I've been able to just carry through and keep doing with the training I had from the previous episode. I don't know, maybe I could have kept it going further. It was getting a little tough, so I backed it off a little bit. This also went from looking like it was going to be like a very short recording session to being like, oh, now I got to go invest all this time back into training. It's going to slow me way down. So now it's probably going to be a longer session. Anyways, that's for me to worry about. We're in the home stretch here. We're getting so close. I'm going to make sure these episodes aren't too spaced out, because I don't want people to have to wait forever. They've already had to be so patient with me in the delayed uploading, so we'll try and get through it quickly. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.